Breaking news, guys. There's an update I'll be sharing with you in this video. So you need to stick with me to the end of this video because this update will be affecting every migrant living in the UK on a pre-settlement visa, be student visa, skilled worker visa, youth mobility visa, any type of visa that requires you to live here in the UK for a particular period of time before you can be eligible to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. So guys, you need to stick with me to the end of this video to get the full information. This is an update I'll be sharing with you, and I'll be sharing all of the information right on the screen so you can read and see for yourself. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, in this channel I give latest updates on UK immigration, ways you can study abroad and ways you can migrate through the skilled workers migration route. So guys, you can give a thumb up to this video if you gain value for this video. Leave a thumb up so YouTube can recommend to a wider audience, and if you've not subscribed to this channel, guys, you can just do that right away to join the amazing evergreen family. You can as well leave your thoughts on the comment box. Let me know what you think about this update I'll be sharing on this video. So without further delay, let's get straight into today's video. UK net migration in the year 2022 reversed up to record 745,000. The figures shown in that report was far higher than what the UK government thought the figures was. This report has further awakened their consciousness about net migration because the figure they thought net migration was far lower than what this report actually stated. In May, it said net migration, the difference between the number of people coming in to live in the UK and those living for 2022 had been 606,000 and 139,000 lower than the true figure, right? This figure further shown the number of persons that come into the UK to reside far higher than those that come in for a particular period of time after completion of whatever they came here to do and return back to their country. So the percentage of people that remain after completing whatever they came in to do here in the UK is far higher than those that return back to their country. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, a spokesman, said immigration was putting on unsustainable pressure on communities and councils, and it was clamping down on dependents of students arriving in the UK. We believe there is more to do, he said. Remember, one of the measures they put in place to cut down net migration is to stop international students from coming into the UK with their student dependent. That will take effect from January 2024. But with what they are saying now, that is not enough, right? Even with the restriction of international students from bringing in student dependent, they find out net migration will still remain the same, or it can even still go further, increase further than what it is when international students are bringing in their dependent. What that means is that they've seen other avenues wherein migrants come into the UK with their dependents. That is where they are going to. So guys, you need to stick with me as I will walk you through the area they are directing their attention towards, right? Now that students can no longer come in with their student dependents, they are now looking at a different angle that most of us never thought they would be looking towards within a short period of time. So just stick around with me as I will be reading out some of the recent plan they are putting in place to further restrict migrants from coming in with their dependents. The opposition are also putting pressure on the UK Prime Minister to act now in reducing the net migration in the UK. The Labour leader, Sir Starmer, said, shockingly, high net migration represented a failure not just to immigration, but also to asylum. So you can see the Labour leaders are also putting pressure on the UK Prime Minister to act now on immigration control, because the net migration, as released by BBC, the statistics they have is far lower than what BBC reported. And from all indication, BBC actually reported the actual figure of net migration in the UK. It's now an eye-opening for the UK government, thereby forcing the Prime Minister to act immediately to see how they can bring the net migration down below what it is at the moment. The ONS said population of England and Wales grew by an estimated 1% in the year to June 2022, the fastest rate since the baby boom in the 1960s. but this time it was driven by international migration. They are now coming up with different statistics to compare data, how this recent spike in net migration to what has happened in the past. And the current spike in net migration in the UK has been driven solely by international migrants. So guys, this is some of the stance the UK government are taking. As we go further, I will tell you where they are driving their attention towards to see how they can drastically, immediately bring down a net migration far below what it is now, and to put some measures in place to prevent a future occurrence of the recent spike of net migration coming into the UK. As we progress, you'll see more of this. Students accounted for the largest group of non-EU migrants, also true of last year. But there has been an increase in workers arriving with visa to fill chronic staff shortages in the NHS and social care, the ONS said. So guys, they've identified other avenue wherein migrants coming to the UK with their dependent, and the number of persons coming in to the UK through that chronic staff shortages within the NHS and social care and sector. You find out the number of persons coming in with visa sponsorship to remain here for a long period of time, right, is increasing, and they are coming in with increasing number of dependents. So that is where the attention is now driving towards, now that they succeeded in restricting international students from coming in with their student dependent. Their focus is now to see how they can nip those coming in to the UK through the care worker visa. That is where the direction is now driving towards. For a migrant in the UK on a pre-settlement visa, this video is for you. You need to pay attention and go and read all of this for yourself to get some information that I did not mention in this video. And if you are planning to come into the UK through the skilled workers migration route, you need to also watch this video and go back and read some of the new development as it relates to the skilled workers and migration, especially those that are planning to come in through the health and care visa route. They are planning to increase the salary scale for skilled workers, right, to about 37,000 per annum. So that on its own will further discourage employers from recruiting internationals, right, migrants from abroad to come and fill in some position, because paying that amount of money, it's not something that it's easy. This is the migration graph that shown the adds of 672 to the UK population. A whopping 672,000 people was added to the UK population, and this came from migrants coming in as either skilled workers or international students that come into the UK and remain back after their initial period of visa approval. So guys, you can see the graph actually shows the number of persons that remained back in the UK after completion of their study and switched to skilled worker, and those that came in on a temporary basis and in one way or the other converted their visa to a pre-settlement visa. So the graph, as you are seeing from the screen, shows the rise from a particular number at a particular time to where it is at the moment. So these are some of the statistics the UK government are looking at to come up with some of this drastic measure they are trying to put in place to further reduce the net migration that is coming into the UK. The new UK Home Secretary, James Cleverly, has also issued statements to that effect. He said the government remained completely committed to reducing levels of legal migration while also focusing on stopping the boats, referring to the issue of people making dangerous English Channel crossing in small boats. He did not stop there. He went further to say the biggest drivers of immigration to the UK are students and healthcare workers. They are testament to both our world-leading university sector and our ability to use our immigration system to prioritize the skills we need, he said. These are powerful statements coming from the UK Home Secretary, James Cleverly. So guys, the emphasis now is on skilled workers, those coming in through the health and care workers route. So that area is this emphasis of this new UK Home Secretary, because they found out the number of persons coming in through the health and care visa is on the increase. So that is the area they are looking towards to see how they can further bring down the net migration that is on the increase. So guys, if you are planning to come to the UK through the skilled workers migration route, under the health and care sector, you need to act fast, because I'm telling you for a fact that within the coming days, they might come up with some legislation that will prohibit the use of health and care workers as a means of coming to the UK with dependents, because I think that is where the ball is rolling towards. Stopping the health and care worker visa might be a bit difficult, but they can as well come in with a different legislation to see how they can stop those coming in to the UK with their dependents on the health and care worker visa to be reduced. Remember, they also came up with a proposal that as a migrant in the UK, for you to be able to bring in your family to join you here in the UK, you must earn a certain amount of salary before you can be able to bring in your family to come and join you here in the UK. And for those coming in through the health and care worker visa, the amount you earn is not up to the amount that is being prescribed by those who intend bringing their family to reunite with them here in the UK, because the amount you earn as a skilled worker under the health and care worker visa, since it's under the short occupational list, is a little bit below the average amount that is being paid to a skilled worker in the UK. So you can see where the ball is now rolling towards. So that proposal actually got an assent from the parliament, stating that for a skilled worker to bring in family to the UK, you must earn probably a £26,000 per annum. You are coming here as a skilled worker under the health and care sector. You are earning something like £21,000 per annum. Your gross annual income will not qualify you to be able to apply to bring in your family to join you. So you can see where the ball is actually rolling towards. So guys, if you are currently in the UK and your family lives abroad, I would advise you make all efforts to see how you can bring them to join you here in the UK at this time, because the UK government are coming up with measure, not just measure. The opposition is telling the UK Prime Minister to come up with a drastic plan to see how net migration will come down. So guys, migration in the UK is becoming tougher. So if you are still dragging your feet back home and trying to see how you want to get all the questions, you want to get everything in place before you make that move, in the coming weeks, things might change. So if you are watching this video, you need to share to all your contacts to enable them put their migration plan on a fast track. So guys, if you gain value for this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to join the amazing evergreen family. You can leave your thoughts on the comment box what you think about this video. And if you have any contribution, you can as well leave it on the comment box. You can give a thumb up so YouTube can recommend to a wider audience, and so many migrants out there who are looking forward to get a valuable update of this nature can as well leverage on it to be able to make their migration plan. See you in my next video.